Okay, here we go. So I've got a load of questions, right? So the first question will be, right, for everyone out there, how old are you? Where are you from? And when was the date of your surgery? And what was your weight?
Okay.
So your name is Audrey.
Yeah. My name is. I'm from Ohio in the United States.
You are.
Um, my date of surgery was December 14th of 2021. No,
2020.
yeah, 2020. Yeah, no, 2021 because it's 22 now.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
2021. My highest weight was 313. My surgery weight was 265. And my current weight is 150.
Your goal weight.
Well, my goal was, yeah. Well, yeah, I guess I could call it my goal weight, not my current. Wow.
Yeah. You're at your goal weight, really, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, excellent. So what I wanted you to do is tell me the lead up to having your surgery. How did it all begin? For instance, have you always been a big person, or did it creep up on you? Or tell me how that went.
Well, I've been big most of my life. I've lost weight at times. I've lost like 100 pounds. One time I lost like 60 pounds another time, but it always came back and more, like it always does.
Like we do.
So when it got to the point where I could barely crawl out of work after 12 hours, my back was killing me, my knees were killing me, and I had my thyroid taken out and my A1C was out of control, it all just kind of compounded and made me think I need to make a change. So
why did you suddenly think, did you think about the surgery? How did you hear about the surgery to think,
well, my husband had wanted to do the surgery the year before, 2 years before. Maybe it might have been 2 years before. But at that point, I didn't think I needed it. So once my thyroid was taken out and they said, you need to start watching your sugars, your stuff is terrible. If you're not going to do,
don't you?
I'm type 2 diabetic since I was like 28 years old. So it's been over 20 years. So I'm on 2 kinds of insulin and oral medications also. So, and I wasn't watching. I wasn't watching at all. So when the endocrinologist got in contact with me, after my thyroid surgery, he said, you got to get this A1C in line. If you don't do your part, I can't help you. That's where I started. I started improving my blood sugar, actually watching, taking my sugars, which novel idea, you're supposed to do that anyway, and watching my carbs and doing stuff like that. So that kind of was getting better on its own. But physically, my back was still bothering me. My knees were still bothering me. So my endocrinologist had mentioned bariatric surgery, and I could go talk to them and see what they have to say. Mike had already thought about it himself, so I'll go talk to them. So I went to the initial consultation, and they said I was a good candidate, that it would help me. And, after insurance and stuff, I had to figure out, that the place that I'd gone to the first appointment, I could not get my surgery because it was not covered.
Right.
So I had to go like 100. Well, it's like, it must have been under 100 miles or 150 miles for my insurance through my work to cover it. I had to go to another one of our hospital facilities to get it done.
Right.
So it was probably a month or two.
Why was that? Yeah. Why would they not cover you at that hospital?
They just want to keep our insurance and our money in the system. So if there was any hospital in our system that offered that surgery, I would have to go there, which my hospital that I work at does not do that surgery.
Right.
So they said, well, anywhere within like 120 miles or something, you have to go there. And I thought, well, to get it covered, I have to.
Yeah.
So it was probably another month or two before I got in for the initial appointment there. So I went, and he also said I was a good candidate. Didn't know if my diabetes would be resolved at all because I had been diabetic so long. They said anything over 5 years, they can't really guarantee. I mean, they don't want to guarantee anyway. They don't know. Everybody's different. But they said that they don't know for sure if I would ever be off my insulin. So I was like, well, you know what? It's a chance. Just the point that, my back and my knees would be better. That was just the main thing that I was.
At that point.
I mean, I'm on my feet all day, so it wasn't really an option saying, oh, I'll just put up with this. Eventually my knees are going to go. Mike's knees are both shot from being heavy his whole life. So I know what he goes through. So that's probably the main push was my knee, my back and stuff. And, like I said, my sugar was improving already, but the whole picture, it would have improved, losing the weight. So
yeah, of course it would. Now, so you couldn't move at all. You could move, you were mobile, but it just was.
I was mobile, but it was starting to affect me. I've always been an active person. I've always been in sports. Even as heavy as I was, I still bowled and golfed and did different things.
Yeah.
But just the fact that I couldn't work, or I couldn't, I'd crawl out of there, and I knew 12-hour shifts were what I was going to have to do. So I had to do something about it, getting another job just because, my knees are bothering me. I mean, plus then you have the whole stigma of you're a big person. Trying to get a new job and prove yourself at that point too is harder, I think. So, I mean, there's a lot of aspects to it.
How comes you had the bypass? How comes you chose that one? Did you look at a lot of surgeries and think that's the one for me? Or did you do a lot of research?
The surgeon had said that would be the better option.
So it was him who chose it.
Plus I had reflux. Right. And they say with the reflux, the sleeve, it could make it worse. I mean, I didn't have it all the time, but just the thought, I was like,
of getting it worse.
When I went to the other consultation, I was thinking sleeve.
Yeah.
I bypassed it too invasive. I don't want to do it. But, he just suggested, hey, with the amount of weight I have to lose, plus the reflux, that it would be the better choice. And once I started doing some reading and stuff, I saw that a lot of people ended up getting revisions. So it was the better, I want this to be a one-time thing, have to go back.
Just go for the bypass. Yeah. All right. Now I was going to ask is, how long did you have to do your liver shrinking diet for? I had to do mine for a month.
2 weeks. 2 weeks, and it ended up not even being 2 weeks because my surgery got moved up 2 days because somebody canceled. And with COVID, I wasn't going to wait. I was on edge thinking it was going to get canceled anyway. So I was like, okay, fine. So I was like 2 days short of 2 weeks, I think.
And so you went into your hospital. Was it a night? Was it a night stay or 2 night stay or
1 night stay?
1 night stay plan.
1 night stay, yeah.
How did you feel on the day?
Well, I was by myself. It was scary because I had somebody drop me off. You weren't allowed to have people with you. So I'm over, almost 2 hours away from home by myself. Nobody around. I mean, my friend that dropped me off was at work. Yeah. But I mean, Mike was here. Or Mike was at home. So, it was kind of scary. I mean, it was, you're there for hours before you go in. So I'm just kind of like, okay, wasn't really scared or anything, but it's just, I don't know. It'd been nice to have somebody there with me at least, but.
What was your expectations, like your thought process on the day of what was happening, the thought of like, is this going to be the change of, this is going to be it, this is going to be everything to me, this is going to change my life? Or were you like, oh my God, is it going to change my life? Or
I don't know, I didn't understand the gravity it would have. I thought, this will help me.
Yeah.
And I didn't realize how big a help it would be.
Yeah. And did you have any complications coming out of the surgery?
No, everything went smoothly. No,
That's good. Yeah,
not
great.
at all.
That was a good thing. And tell me what you had for your first 4 weeks. You had obviously you had 2 weeks shakes, and then what was
2 weeks, yeah, 2 weeks of liquids, and I had, what was it? I think I had an appointment, might have been 10 days after the surgery. And then, at that point I was still on liquids. And I think he told me I could change to the soft
and what did you choose?
diet at that point.
What
Excuse me?
what sort of foods did you choose? Can you remember?
I don't know. Well, I mean, they say the pudding thing and stuff. I don't know if I had pudding and jello, or I pureed a lot of things.
Yeah.
I think I had Wendy's chili was good. Wendy's chili was good. A lot of people, yeah, I think that might have been the first pureed thing that I had.
Yeah.
That, or I had like grits or something. I forget. I don't know. You think I would remember?
Just anything you could puree up, and it was.
Yeah.
Can you?
Like Mike had kibasi and sauerkraut for his first.
Did he? Oh.
Yeah.
Can you remember the first initial solid food? What you had and how that made you feel and how you felt with it?
I can't remember.
Oh, I can. It was chicken, and it was like, is it going to be okay? And you're like,
I can't remember. I wish I could. I can't.
Can't you remember? Oh dear, no! I remember taking that little bite and chewing it and chewing it and chewing it and making sure that it's right. And it was like, okay, that went down okay, and then it's like, is it okay? Stop it! It's that.
I remember the first time I freaking threw up, though. The first times I had chicken and I thought I was going to die.
It was too heavy for you.
It was too heavy, and oh my God, I was doubled up in pain.
Was it just chicken, or was it other things as well? Did you have real problems with your sickness and in pain?
I just remember one time having chicken and it was really bad. Other stuff I don't really remember.
So it must have been okay.
But we were watching a movie and I had my chicken and I was doubled up in pain, and I'm like, oh God, nothing makes it go away. At that point, I didn't think to lay down. I mean, it was still kind of new.
Yeah.
So I mean, now lay down, or actually make yourself throw up, which sounds terrible. It kind of improves it quickly.
Yeah, that's the one what we shouldn't be doing.
Yeah. I eat too much. I try to throw it up.
Yeah.
Miserable.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's kind of like.
Do you think you're doing it hard enough, or?
Yeah, it's just dry. If anything's dry or too solid, like well done steak or well done hamburgers, it's got to be moister.
Moist, yeah.
Even if you chew the hell out of it, it still doesn't.
No, you need gravy, or you need, because obviously we're not allowed to drink. How did you get on with the 30 minutes before not drinking, the 30 minutes after not drinking? That's a good question.
I'm okay with that. The problem is I don't drink it at all because I don't have the time.
Yeah.
For the 30 minutes, I'm like, I want to eat. I'm worried about drinking something. I want to eat.
Yeah.
So then my break's over, so I don't get to drink anything.
Yeah.
So I try to drink stuff on the way to work. I'll try to have my iced coffee or, regular coffee or tea or something, drink that on the way to work. So I'm good. So once, then my 30 minutes, I don't have to worry about it because I don't get a break for hours after that anyway. So
yeah, because you get your break in the morning and your lunch, and that's it, don't you? So therefore, what we were saying was, if you drank, because obviously you're not drinking enough at work, but if you drank in your breaks,
you can't eat.
You can't eat.
Yeah, so one or the other, I'd rather eat.
Get your protein in.
I mean, I've been dehydrated and had to go twice for IVs, but I want to eat. I feel like I need to eat.
Yeah. Yeah.
And now I could walk away even less. Before it was a little more lenient to where I could walk away and go get a drink. Now,
Can't do that now. Can't
not
do
so,
that
at
now.
least not now.
Oh,
At least not when I'm training, since, I
yeah.
guess maybe I should mention how much of a life change this is.
Yeah.
That I got a new job and everything
Do. Yeah, no.
whole-
Do. Yeah.
because of the whole thing that,
So
it changed so
exactly.
much.
Tell me about that. You literally had a job, and you've now. So tell me about all the life-changing things that you've done since, obviously having the surgery with no regrets. Obviously.
Well, I mean, your confidence level goes up because
Hmm.
I don't know, just some people say, I was confident before. You are, but you're not. Everybody's looking at you and judging you.
You pretend.
You're treated differently, and it's just, I don't know. I don't think I could have made a job change at the weight I was at.
Hmm.
Not only did they look at me different, I wouldn't feel as confident and physically as able to do whatever. I'm running all over the place now, and the people that I'm training with, there's two ladies that are probably about 5 years older than me. They're both like slow. One's got bad knees, and so I'm like, hey, let me go do this for you. Hey, you want to go get this? Hey,
Because I can.
yeah. So just it's a whole mindset change.
Yeah.
The first few weeks you may say, oh my God, what a mistake. There's still times that I go, God, I can't eat the way I used to. But I mean, is that really that big a deal compared to being off your insulin, being able to walk, just.
Ride a bike. You like your your bike riding now?
Yeah. Yeah. I was riding my bike every day in the spring and stuff. Now, it's winter. I can't. But, we try to be active with videos for yoga and aerobics and stuff like that.
Yeah. And you're going to get your exercise bike in the lounge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to start doing that once I could get things situated.
So so congratulations on basically reaching, after under a year it was, the weight that you are now. You want to stay now about just between now and a bit below. Is it what, 7 pounds, 10 pounds, sort of, so you can play around?
I'm thinking maybe 5, because
5.
my doctor gave me a goal of 10 less than I was really counting on.
Mm.
But because I was thinking 160, and 160 is like the high end of my weight range for my height, which is 5'9". So he said 150. I might go down another 5 to give myself a little bit of leeway. So that'd be like 15 up to what I was planning. So I would think that would be a safe.
Yeah.
I mean, plus look at yourself and go, okay, my sugar's okay. Is 5 pounds going to have affected any? 5 pounds, I mean, look like a skeleton. I don't know, but I don't know. We'll see. We'll see where it goes. I've
Are you
kind of.
finding all the loose skin? We were talking about this the other day, weren't we?
Yeah, I don't know.
Healthy. We were saying that there's healthy. There's nothing wrong with it. There's no sores yet you're not getting. So why would you change anything? We were saying.
My legs are my thighs are all floppy looking over, from above the knees from my thighs being big, but it's just a vanity thing. If I have physical problems, I would take care of it. I mean, maybe down the road I'll feel differently. I mean, I've lost more since last summer, so maybe once I gotta wear shorts and I see those floppy legs around, my floppy, my bat wings around, maybe I'll feel differently. But still, I mean, how can you? It's just a way of thinking. Okay, I had big cellulite filled thighs before. What's worse, loose skin without the fat there, or this fat leg that, or my fat arms that I didn't even want to have a sleeveless shirt on because my arms were so big.
Yeah, that's it. It's the same,
So,
isn't
I
it?
mean, yeah, I mean, I don't know, other people might still look at it and go, yeah, sorry, I'm not going to have a perfect body. I didn't before, I don't now.
No, just shove the stomach into the big knickers.
Yeah, sometimes I think, oh my God, these pants are going to fit me. And once it makes it over the stomach, the waist is small. So that's it's kind of an issue, but I don't
Yeah.
know.
Oh,
Can you
nothing's
fit
an
in?
issue when you reach your goal, though, I'm sure. And you can do more things, and you can, feel more confident. And like you said, it's a whole life changing, not just because of the weight, not just because of the, the confidence exuberating from you, but it's you've changed your job, you've changed your location where you live now. You feel more confident. You feel, I can imagine, happier, are you, and just with everything.
Yeah.
And Mike's coming steamingly along behind you as well, isn't he?
Yeah.
So, I mean, he's doing fantastic, and we'll do his story as well. And obviously let everybody hear his story as well. But all I can say is congratulations. I've got another 6 stone to go. So that's 84 pounds in total. And so I just hope that I can do as well as you have, really, on the next journey of next part of my journey as well as yours.
Do it. He'll do it.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, we
Some
will.
take longer than others, that's all.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
I mean,
exactly.
there's people that have lost, quicker than I did, and that's the thing, you can't really compare because it kind of depresses you a little bit.
Yeah,
Like when I
don't
went to
compare.
my second appointment, the nurse somehow logged my weight wrong. So they had thought I lost 40 or something, and I only lost 20, and I felt like a slug.
Yeah,
It's like, oh, you've lost 40 pounds. It's so good. I'm like, no, I haven't.
yeah, yeah,
Where'd you get that from?
yeah.
But everybody's different. Their metabolism's different. Their meds are different. You can't really compare yourself to anybody else, or you shouldn't,
No,
because it
I learned that quickly.
depresses you. It depresses you. And I still see people that are like 4 months out that have lost like 80 pounds. And I'm like, oh my God, that wasn't 80 pounds in 4 months. But I mean, it depends on what you start at too.
Yeah,
But I mean,
yeah,
some of those people don't even have that much to lose. I don't know.
yeah.
You just gotta focus on your own, focus on your own journey and don't compare it to anybody else.
That's right. I 100% agree with that. I learned that very quickly
Yeah.
because I was copying everybody and like going like a headless chicken, going wow, just wah, 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 like that, and then like 2 years on, you just think, okay, let's chill out on the next 6 stone. On the next 6 stone, I'm going to concentrate on me, and I know what I've got to do. And, I've got this. I've done the 10 stone, like nearly, well, 12 stone. I know that I can do the extra 6 stone, 84 pounds now. So if anybody wants to ask you any questions or anything like that, are they able to ask you questions or
Yeah.
on the story and come to us?
Yeah, I'm willing to help anybody. I want to help people because,
Yeah.
hearing from somebody that's done it, the doctors can tell you all this stuff, but knowing somebody that's been through it means a lot. I mean, I would suggest it to anybody
Yeah,
to
that's how I feel.
go through with it.
Yeah.
I don't regret it at all. I mean, hopefully down the road nothing happens that I do, but as of right now, I don't at all.
No, no regrets, nothing. It's brilliant.
No.
Yeah, well done. Well, you look fantastic.
Thank
I'll
you.
put on the comments and things, so your before and after photos as well, so they can see the difference. Well, those
Yeah.
photos you sent me were brilliant.
Yeah, they're kind of depressing to look at.
What the difference?
At the
Depressing.
befores, the befores, you see it and you go, oh my God,
Yeah. What? How
that's
did I let myself
depressing.
get to that, or what's your thought?
Yes. Yeah. How could I knew I was big, but oof, boy, you look at them and it's like, wow, that's bad.
And
You know,
looking back, can you now believe the weight? Did you ever think that you could get to the weight you are now, or was it a complete? I can't imagine it.
I don't know, because I'd lost 100 on my own before, but I mean, that was a long time ago. I was younger.
Yeah.
I was like 27 or something. And I just, at that point, I just cut down and I worked out. And, around then I started at like 250 or 260 and got down to 160,
Mm.
on my own with not going anywhere, not, no meds, no nothing. But that was before I was diabetic. That's before I was 52 years old. That was before,
Yeah. Yeah.
it was before a lot of things that come into play. So,
Yeah.
but
But here we are now. Go away, or nearly, or playing around with, go away.
mhm.
Oh, well, thanks for this, though, Audrey, for letting me do
Oh,
this.
oh, thank you. Thank
That's
you.
all
Like I said,
right.
I want to be able to help anybody and be an inspiration for people because,
Yeah.
sometimes you have to be ready though. If you're not ready, like when Mike said he wanted to do it, I wasn't ready. I hadn't hit my bottom yet. Saying, well, what do I do from here? I'm going to be more immobile and
Yeah.
more unhealthy. You just have to hit that point, like alcoholics at the bottom,
You have to
they're
hit bottom. You do.
bottom before you will want to make the change and it'll work.
Yeah. Gosh, it's absolutely true. Yeah. All right, my love. Well, thank you very much.
Thank
I'm going to
you.
stop it now and then we'll carry on talking.
Okay.
Hold on.